Welcome to Winnipeg, Manitoba, a city known for its rich cultural heritage, vibrant art scene, and deep connection to Indigenous history. Today, we're stepping inside one of Canada's most iconic and respected art institutions, the Winnipeg Art Gallery, also known as the WAG. This isn't just an art museum. It's a living storybook of human creativity, history, and identity. The Winnipeg Art Gallery is home to thousands of remarkable artworks. But what truly sets it apart is its world-renowned collection of Inuit art, the largest public collection of its kind anywhere in the world. From intricate stone carvings and breathtaking prints to modern installations and contemporary Indigenous storytelling, this gallery celebrates voices from the North, honors tradition, and embraces innovation. In today's video, we're not just going to look at paintings on walls or sculptures in glass cases. We're going to explore the stories behind them, stories of Arctic life, cultural resilience, colonial history, and the evolution of Canadian art. We'll uncover hidden gems, walk through groundbreaking exhibitions, and even journey inside Qaummaarviit, the WAG's spectacular new Inuit Art Center, where thousands of carvings are beautifully displayed in a glowing three-story glass vault. So whether you're an art lover, a traveler, a student of culture, or someone who just loves discovering new places, stay with me because the Winnipeg Art Gallery isn't just about art, it's about people, identity, and the power of creativity to connect us all. The story of the Winnipeg Art Gallery begins in 1912. Making it the oldest public art gallery in all of Canada. At that time, Winnipeg was a booming city, a major trading hub, and one of the fastest-growing urban centers in North America. With economic success came a desire for cultural growth, and a group of passionate art supporters, collectors, and community leaders came together with one goal: to create a space where art could be preserved, appreciated, and shared with the public. In its earliest years, the gallery didn't have a permanent building of its own. It operated out of a small rented space inside the old Federal Building on Main Street. Despite limited resources, it hosted exhibitions, encouraged local artists, and began building a modest but meaningful art collection. As interest in culture grew, so did the gallery's vision. In 1923, it moved into the Hudson's Bay Company building. And then in 1932, it found a more permanent home in the Civic Auditorium. But the real transformation came in the 1960s. When Winnipeg's cultural influence expanded and the need for a standalone art museum became undeniable, bold vision was born to create a modern architectural landmark that would not only display art but become a work of art itself. Architect Gustavo da Rosa was chosen to design the new building. His idea was groundbreaking: a sleek, triangular structure made from Manitoba's famous Tyndall limestone. It would reflect the city's character, modern yet rooted in history, innovative yet connected to the natural landscape. Construction began, and in 1971, the new Winnipeg Art Gallery officially opened its doors at 300 Memorial Blvd. From that moment on, the WAG became more than a gallery. It became a symbol of creativity, resilience, and cultural identity in Manitoba. But its mission evolved further with a growing recognition of Indigenous voices in Arctic communities. Over the decades, the gallery began collecting Inuit art, carvings, prints, textiles, many of which were created in remote northern communities. By the 2000s, the WAG held the largest public collection of Inuit art in the world. This commitment led to another historic milestone: the creation of Qaummaarviit, the Inuit Art Center, which opened in 2021. This breathtaking addition was not just an expansion of the gallery. It was a tribute to Inuit culture, a bridge between northern and southern Canada, and a step toward reconciliation and cultural preservation. The Winnipeg Art Gallery isn't just a home for art, it's a masterpiece of architecture in itself. Designed by architect Gustavo da Rosa and opened in 1971. The building stands as one of the most iconic modernist structures in Canada. Clean lines, geometric precision, and thoughtful use of natural materials make it a striking landmark in downtown Winnipeg. From the outside, the gallery immediately captures attention with its bold triangular form. Instead of a traditional rectangular museum, Da Rosa designed the building to reflect Winnipeg's unique street grid and the convergence of the Red and Assiniboine rivers. The structure resembles a ship or an iceberg, pointing outward like the bow of a vessel navigating through history and culture. This shape not only gives the WAG a powerful visual identity but also serves a practical purpose by creating dynamic exhibition spaces inside. The exterior is clad in Manitoba Tyndall limestone, an ancient sedimentary stone filled with fossilized coral and shells from millions of years ago. This gives the building a natural, textured appearance, grounding it in the landscape and history of the province. As sunlight moves across the facade, the stone shifts in color from soft gray to warm beige, making the building feel alive throughout the day. Step inside, and the design becomes even more captivating. The interior is spacious and minimalist, allowing the artwork, not the architecture, to be the focus. High ceilings, clean walls, and open galleries create a sense of calm and contemplation. Natural light filters in from skylights and strategically placed windows, illuminating sculptures, paintings, and installations in the most natural way possible. One of the most breathtaking parts of the building is the rooftop sculpture garden. From here, visitors can see panoramic views of downtown Winnipeg, the Manitoba Legislative Building, and the surrounding city skyline. In the summer, sculptures are displayed outdoors against the backdrop of blue skies and city life, blending art with nature and urban energy. But the architecture of the WAG is not frozen in time. In 2021, a stunning new addition transformed the entire space to Qaummaarviit Inuit Art Center. Connected seamlessly to the original building, Qaummaarviit contrasts the solid stone of the WAG with a sleek, glass facade that symbolizes openness, light, and connection. Inside, the design is inspired by Arctic landscapes, curved white walls, snow-like textures, and the soft glow of northern light. Together, the original WAG building and the new Qaummaarviit structure create a visual and cultural harmony: stone and glass, south and north, tradition and innovation. It's more than architecture. It's a statement about identity, respect for the land, and the power of art to bring people together. This is not just a gallery, it's a journey through design, history, and culture told through architecture. Opened in 2021, Qaummaarviit is one of the most groundbreaking additions to any art museum in the world. Located right next to the main Winnipeg Art Gallery building, Qaummaarviit is more than just an expansion. It's a cultural milestone, a celebration of Inuit identity, and a step forward in recognizing the voices of Canada's northern Indigenous communities. The name Qaummaarviit comes from the Inuktitut language and translates to "it is bright, it is lit." The name perfectly captures the essence of the building, a place of illumination, learning, and cultural pride. From the moment you see it, Qaummaarviit feels like a luminous beacon, its glass facade glowing softly during the day and shining like a lantern at night in the heart of downtown Winnipeg. Architecturally, Qaummaarviit was designed to reflect the landscapes of the Arctic. The smooth white interior walls curve like snowdrifts or frozen waves, and the natural light that pours through the tall glass windows evokes the soft glow of northern skies. The design is minimal, yet warm, blending light, land, and culture into an immersive experience. But the true heart of Qaummaarviit is its collection: over 14,000 pieces of Inuit art, making it the largest public collection of Inuit artwork anywhere in the world. This includes stone carvings, bone and ivory sculptures, textiles, prints, drawings, dolls, drums, and contemporary multimedia works created by Inuit artists from communities across Nunavut, and the Northwest Territories. The most breathtaking feature inside Qaummaarviit is the visible Vaulta, three-story glass-walled tower that showcases thousands of Inuit carvings. Instead of being hidden in storage rooms, these artworks are proudly on display for all to see. Each shelf holds carefully arranged carvings of bears, hunters, shamans, spirits, Arctic animals, and scenes from Inuit life. It's like walking through a living library of northern culture. Visitors can stand at the base and look up, or take an elevator up the spine of the vault for a closer view from above. Qaummaarviit is not just about displaying art, it's about building relationships between artists, communities, and visitors. The center also includes the Inuit Future Studio, a space for Inuit artists, carvers, filmmakers, and designers to create and collaborate. The Learning Steps, a giant amphitheater-style staircase used for storytelling, music performances, language classes, and cultural gatherings. Research spaces and archives dedicated to preserving Inuit history and supporting Indigenous scholars and curators. Digital displays and immersive technology that allow visitors to explore northern geography, listen to Inuit elders, and understand the cultural context behind each artwork. What makes Qaummaarviit truly special is its purpose. It's not just a place to look at art, it's a place to hear voices that for generations went unheard. It's a bridge between the Arctic and the rest of the world, between tradition and modern expression, between the past and the future. Qaummaarviit stands as a symbol of cultural respect, reconciliation, and pride, and it has transformed the Winnipeg Art Gallery into a global leader in Indigenous art and storytelling. The Winnipeg Art Gallery is home to one of the most diverse and culturally rich art collections in Canada, with more than 27,000 artworks spanning centuries, cultures, and artistic styles. The WAG offers visitors a journey through time, starting from ancient Indigenous traditions to contemporary global art movements. At the heart of its collection is its world-renowned Inuit art, the largest public collection in existence. This includes stone carvings from artists across the Arctic, depicting traditional Inuit life, hunters on the ice, polar bears, shamans transforming into animals, and scenes of community and survival in the harsh northern landscape. These sculptures are often carved from materials like soapstone, serpentine, whalebone, caribou, antler, and even ivory. Artists such as Qaummaarviit Ashfaq, Pitsola Kashuna, Jesse Ut, and Joe Tallarunali are celebrated for their visionary works, many of which can be seen here at the WAG. Beyond Inuit art, the WAG has an impressive collection of First Nations and Metis artworks. This includes beadwork, birchbark crafts, contemporary paintings, digital art, and works by influential Indigenous artists like Norval Morrisseau, often called the Picasso of the North, whose bold, spiritual paintings revolutionized Indigenous art in Canada. The gallery is also home to works by Kent Monk, a Cree artist known for his provocative and powerful storytelling. Through contemporary painting and performance, the WAG also preserves a wide selection of Canadian historical art, including landscapes, portraits, and early European settler art. Paintings by iconic artists such as Emily Carr, Tom Thompson, and members of the Group of Seven are a key highlight. These artists captured the rugged beauty of Canada's wilderness, towering forests, windswept lakes, and dramatic skies. In addition, the WAG features a significant selection of European art, including Renaissance, Baroque, and 19th century works. Visitors will find classic paintings, religious icons, sculptures, and fine decorative pieces from countries like France, Italy, the Netherlands, and Germany. The gallery's contemporary art collection showcases thought-provoking works from modern artists across Canada and the world. This includes photography, film installations, mixed media projects, digital experimentation, and socially engaged art that reflects today's realities: climate change, migration, colonial history, and the future of culture. Some standout highlights include the Qaummaarviit Visible Vault, thousands of Inuit carvings on illuminated shelves, the Group of Seven collection, Canadian landscapes full of emotion and color, Norval Morrisseau's woodland-style paintings, vibrant, spiritual stories of Anishinaabe culture, European masterworks, classic oil paintings and sculptures from the 15th to 19th centuries, large-scale contemporary installations, immersive, artworks that challenge the viewer's perspective. Every piece in the WAG tells a story of tradition, creativity, survival, identity, and change. Together, these artworks form a bridge across cultures and generations, inviting viewers to reflect, learn, and connect with the world through art. One of the most powerful and defining features of the Winnipeg Art Gallery is its deep commitment to celebrating Inuit and Indigenous art. This isn't just a collection, it's a cultural movement, a platform where Indigenous voices are seen, heard, and respected. The Winnipeg Art Gallery holds the largest public collection of Inuit art in the world, with over 14,000 pieces from Arctic communities across Canada, including Nunavut, Nunavik, Northern Quebec, Nunatsiavut, Labrador, and the Inuvialut settlement region in the Northwest Territories. These artworks portray life in the North, traditional hunting scenes, legends of spirits and shamans, Arctic animals, family life, and powerful expressions of survival, resilience, and cultural memory. Artists like Qaummaarviit, known for her famous print, The Enchanted Owl, Pitseolakash, who drew scenes of daily life and tradition, and Jessie Unit, who portrayed Inuit spirituality through intricate graphic art, are treasured names in the gallery's collection. Their work not only represents Inuit creativity but also helps preserve knowledge, stories, and languages that were once at risk of being forgotten. The gallery also honors the work of Inuit sculptors such as Barnabas, Arnas Ngak, Joe Talarunali, and Osuatok Ipil, whose stone carvings are displayed prominently in Qaummaarviit's Visible Vault. Each sculpture is carved by hand from stone like soapstone, serpentine, or marble, often using traditional tools. These carvings are not just decorative, they're storytelling in physical form. But Inuit art at the WAG isn't limited to tradition. The gallery also showcases contemporary Inuit artists who explore modern identity, climate change, colonization, and urban life. Artists like Annie Putuguk and Tim Pitsiolak have brought new perspectives, blending tradition with contemporary reality in bold, emotional works. Beyond Inuit art, the WAG is also home to First Nations and Métis art, with powerful works by artists such as Norval Morrisseau, Copper, Thunderbird, founder of the Woodland School of Art, whose paintings are filled with Anishinaabe symbolism and spirituality. Kent Monkman, a Cree artist known for his bold, theatrical paintings that challenge colonial history and portray Indigenous perspectives. Rebecca Belmore, Anishinaabe artist and performance creator, exploring themes of land, trauma, protest, and healing. What makes the WAG and Qaummaarviit unique is how they don't just display Indigenous art, they actively work with Indigenous communities through advisory councils, language programs, artist residencies, cultural events, and educational workshops. Indigenous elders, knowledge keepers, and artists are involved in curating exhibitions, guiding how their culture and history are shared with the world. Through exhibitions, storytelling, and education, the WAG helps preserve Indigenous languages, traditions, and art-making techniques. There are Inuktitut and Anishinaabe tours, traditional drum-making workshops, beading classes, Inuit film screenings, and cultural gatherings that bring people together. This isn't just about art, it's about representation, respect, and reconciliation. It's about giving space to voices that were once silenced and ensuring that future generations understand the beauty, strength, and diversity of Indigenous cultures. At the Winnipeg Art Gallery, Inuit and Indigenous art isn't a chapter, it's the heart of the story. One of the most exciting aspects of the Winnipeg Art Gallery is that it's constantly evolving. Every few months, the gallery transforms its spaces with new, temporary exhibitions, bringing in fresh perspectives, global collaborations, and innovative storytelling. This means every visit feels different, and there's always something new to discover. These temporary exhibitions often highlight contemporary artists, historical themes, international movements, and cultural dialogues. They range from immersive installations and photography collections to multimedia art, fashion, sculpture, and global Indigenous perspectives. The goal is not only to showcase art but to spark conversation. Many exhibits explore topics like climate change in the Arctic, colonial history, social justice, identity, migration, and the evolving role of art in society. Past exhibitions have included Qaummaarviit Inuit, Futures, showcasing emerging Inuit artists who blend tradition with digital art, animation, film, and modern storytelling. French Moderns, Monet to Matisse, a collection of European masterpieces from the Brooklyn Museum, featuring iconic artists like Monet, Renoir, Degas, and Matisse. Glitter and Doom, German portraits from the 1920s, intense and emotional paintings from the Weimar Republic era. Truth to Power, an exhibition focusing on Indigenous resilience, featuring contemporary works addressing colonial trauma and survival. Kent Monkman, Shame and Prejudice, a powerful retelling of Canadian history through the eyes of Indigenous people, using painting, sculpture, and theatrical installations. One of the most visited features of Qaummaarviit is the visible Volta 3-story glass tower holding thousands of Inuit carvings. It's not a temporary exhibit, but it feels like living art. People can walk around it, view it from balconies, and even use touchscreens to learn about each carving's creator, material, and story. Another exciting feature is the interactive digital displays, which allow visitors to explore northern communities, hear stories from Inuit elders, listen to traditional songs, and understand the cultural meaning behind each artwork. The WAG also hosts film festivals, artist talks, live performances, fashion shows, and cultural nights. Some popular recurring events include Art in Bloom, where floral artists create stunning arrangements inspired by famous paintings. After Hours at the WAG, a nighttime event with music, food, drinks, and art perfect for young adults and art lovers. Family Sundays, interactive days filled with hands-on art activities, storytelling, and workshops for children. Seasonal Indigenous markets and craft fairs, featuring Inuit and First Nations designers, beadwork artists, carvers, and fashion creators. Additionally, the gallery often collaborates with museums worldwide, bringing international art to Winnipeg while also sending Canadian and Inuit art to cities around the globe. These temporary exhibitions and special events remind us that the Winnipeg Art Gallery is not just a quiet space for artists, a living, breathing cultural hub. It reacts to the world, reflects current issues, uplifts new voices, and invites everyone to be part of the conversation. The Winnipeg Art Gallery isn't just a place to look at art, it's a vibrant community space where creativity comes alive through events, workshops, performances, and cultural celebrations. The WAG plays a vital role in connecting people of all ages and backgrounds to the world of art, making learning and creativity accessible to everyone. One of the key strengths of the WAG is its wide range of educational programs and workshops. These include art classes for kids, teens, and adults, covering drawing, painting, sculpture, pottery, photography, and digital media. Summer and winter art camps for children, where young artists can explore their imagination through hand-sewn projects. School programs and guided tours designed for students, offering curriculum-based learning in art, history, and Indigenous culture. Teacher training and educational resources, helping educators bring art and cultural awareness into classrooms. The gallery also hosts a variety of community events and cultural celebrations, including Family Sundays, fun-filled days with interactive workshops, storytelling, live demonstrations, and family-friendly tours. Art nights, after hours at the WAG, evening events where adults can enjoy live music, food, drinks, and art making in a relaxed social atmosphere. Film screenings and artist talks, featuring documentaries, short films, and conversations with artists, curators, and Indigenous knowledge keepers. Seasonal festivals and markets, including Indigenous craft fairs, beadwork showcases, Inuit fashion shows, and holiday markets featuring local artisans. One of the most meaningful aspects of WAG's community involvement is its commitment to Indigenous engagement and language revitalization. The gallery offers Inuktitut and Anishinabemo and guided tours, led by Indigenous guides who share cultural knowledge, language, and stories behind the art, elder and residence programs, where Indigenous elders engage with visitors, students, and artists, offering wisdom and storytelling sessions. Workshops in traditional crafts, such as Inuit printmaking, Kulak lamplighting ceremonies, drum making, beading, and sealskin sewing. Ceremonial events like smudging, drumming, throat singing, and metis jigging, which honor Indigenous traditions and connect art to ancestral practices. The WAG also supports emerging artists and youth through mentorship programs, student exhibitions, and partnerships with universities, colleges, and northern communities. The studio programs and youth councils give young voices a platform to express their ideas and shape future exhibitions. Community outreach extends beyond the gallery walls. WAG works with hospitals, schools, senior homes, and northern communities to provide traveling art kits, virtual workshops, and mobile exhibitions, ensuring that art reaches people who may not be able to visit in person. All of these initiatives reflect the WAG's mission, not just to display art, but to build a stronger, more inclusive community. It is a place where cultures meet, where knowledge is shared, where art becomes a language of healing, learning, and connection. At the Winnipeg Art Gallery, art doesn't stay on the walls, it lives in the hearts of the community. If you're planning to visit the Winnipeg Art Gallery for the first time, here's everything you need to know to make your experience smooth, enjoyable, and unforgettable. The WAG is located right in the heart of downtown Winnipeg at 300 Memorial Blvd, just steps away from the Manitoba Legislative Building and within walking distance of hotels, restaurants, and public transit. Its modern stone architecture and iconic triangular shape make it easy to spot, and once you arrive, you'll be welcomed by friendly staff at the main entrance. Hours and admission: the gallery is typically open from Tuesday to Sunday, with extended evening hours on certain days for special events and discounted admission nights. Children, students, and seniors often receive reduced ticket prices, and entry is sometimes free on specific days sponsored by community partners. It's always a good idea to check the website for updated hours and ticket fees before your visit. Inside the gallery, what to expect as soon as you step inside. You're greeted by a bright, open lobby with high ceilings, art installations, and a clear view toward the entrance of the gallery. Rooms are spacious, quiet, and thoughtfully designed to allow you to move comfortably from one exhibit to the next. Visitors can explore permanent Canadian collections, Indigenous art displays, rotating international exhibitions, and the breathtaking Inuit Art Volta, 3-story glass display filled with thousands of carvings from Arctic communities. Interactive touchscreens, audio guides, and storytelling stations in Qaummaarviit help visitors connect with artists and learn the meaning behind their work. Amenities and services. The WAG offers a wide range of visitor-friendly amenities: a gift shop featuring Inuit sculptures, Indigenous jewelry, books, prints, and locally made crafts. A cafe and lounge area where you can enjoy light snacks, coffee, and sometimes locally inspired dishes. Wheelchair-accessible entrances, elevators, and seating throughout the gallery for visitor comfort. Guided tours, audio tours, and self-guided maps available in multiple languages. Free Wi-Fi for visitors to stay connected or share their experience on social media. Workshops and educational programs. The gallery isn't just a place to look at art, it's a place to create it. The WAG offers art classes for kids, teens, and adults in painting, sculpting, photography, and more. School tours and family-friendly events make it a welcoming spot for learners of all ages. You might even see artists in residence working in real time within the building. Photography and etiquette tips. Photography is allowed in many areas, but always check for signage. Some artworks or temporary exhibitions may prohibit photos. Flash is usually not allowed to protect fragile artworks. Respect the space by keeping a quiet voice, not touching the artwork, and giving others room to enjoy the view. Best time to visit: weekday mornings are usually quieter if you prefer a peaceful visit, while weekends are more lively with families and tourists. Visiting at night during special events like concerts, film screenings, or Indigenous performances can offer a completely different atmosphere. No matter when you go, the Winnipeg Art Gallery offers more than just a visit. It offers a meaningful experience filled with art, culture, and connection. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the Winnipeg Art Gallery, a place where history, culture, and creativity come together in the most inspiring way. From its fascinating beginnings over a century ago to the groundbreaking addition of Qaummaarviit, the WAG isn't just a museum, it's a living celebration of Indigenous voices, northern stories, and the power of art to connect people across time and place. We explored stunning Inuit carvings, contemporary masterpieces, rotating world-class exhibitions. It even got a glimpse into how this gallery is shaping the future of Canadian art. Whether you're an artist, a traveler, a student, or simply someone who loves discovering new perspectives, the WAG offers something meaningful for everyone. If you ever find yourself in Winnipeg, I highly recommend adding this gallery to your must-visit list. Trust me, you'll walk out feeling inspired, enlightened, and with a whole new appreciation for the incredible talent that lives within Canada and beyond. Thank you so much for joining me on this artistic adventure. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more museum tours, art documentaries, and cultural travel content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Comment below. Have you visited the Winnipeg Art Gallery? What was your favorite piece or exhibit? Or, which museum should I explore next? Your support means the world and helps me continue bringing stories like this to life. Thanks again for watching. And until the next adventure, stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.